to the ULI Podcast, the podcast dedicated to calling out your friends' bullshit.
There you go.
I'm Brian.
Chris B.
Hey, it's your favorite podcaster. Jay Wills.
And like any other week, we are here ready to kick that shit, have a good time, talk about the week's stories, you feel me? And this week, my story didn't make it, so I got continuity shot. But also, Jay Will over there, the fake Jay Will, that's the fake Jay Will, right? He also got
He's not the real Jay Will.
he got a comment shout out to the comments, keeping him on his toes, because he over here talking reckless about what they do and do not do with the policies when there's been a whole policy passed for transgender to get, you know, a little bit of preferential treatment.
Well,
He said that at my prison. Huh?
Did it pass in California?
California.
California?
Look. You gotta read your handbook. Go read your handbook, sir.
You trying to get around that? Bro, that was an opinionated statement.
So go ahead and pull one for the comment.
I'll go ahead and pull one and see y'all a nigga ass.
And we, like I said, we do got these topics. There's some good topics, and when we talk about them, you know, we call out the BS. So that's misstatements or misleadings or false or just BSing. You know what I'm saying? So they come with punishments. One of them is the shot, which you see us both about to guzzle down. We also got the $10 cash app to the 805 Entertainment, and then the Stay Ready push-ups because we are going to Jamaica.
The ones that Mario slid by on twice already now.
Oh, the other one. Oh, yeah. He got a whole lot of back dude, don't he? You got.
Maury's a slippery boy.
He got red in the ledger. He got red in the ledger.
He didn't got past the push-ups.
Continuity, my brother.
Salute, Maury. Enjoy that shot.
Yeah. All right, I got you. Chill now.
Dang.
Hey, don't trip, because I got her in a ULI in person last week.
Keep him on the toes.
Don't worry, I got you.
But what topics we got? Maury, give him your topics.
I got my topic. I'm gonna do. See the female on World Star talking about she was looking out for a man's perspective for the most part. If a female's gonna be with a man or choose up on a man or whatever, make sure that his financial stability is right, his career is going, and his accomplishments. If you got them three things, then you'll be all right. If you don't, it's gonna be a rocky road.
We gonna talk about it though. We gonna get into all that. Sherman, what you got?
I read this interesting story about this a couple of regular women getting pregnant by transgender in prison, and they were all inmates.
Is that the ULI that we just took the shot for coming into full effect? Huh? Okay. Well, there we go. Case in point.
Yeah, we're gonna break that down for y'all.
We'll talk about it. And Brian's, of course, because I didn't make mine. Mine didn't make the cut.
That's right. Man, I can't even remember what it was. I don't know. I'm so drunk right now. No, I was like last week. I was like, Black Lives Matter. No, that's not right.
No.
Black men live.
Black men live. No. Cam Newton. He, I guess, he wants women to be quiet and cook. And that pissed everybody off, So
that's an oversimplification, but
that's what he said.
Right.
It gets the people going. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. This is what he said.
Hey, we'll talk about all that right here on these next topics. Let's get into
it.
All right. So my subject, and for me, this came up on. I just came across the subject on Playback podcast, but Cam Newton was just speaking on women in the role they play in a man's life, and for him personally, he doesn't appreciate women who view themselves as bad bitches.
I grew up in a 3-parent household. My mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches And I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead. Boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Now, a lot of women, now the kickback of that is be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet for the man and handle his business. You know, that's what they say. Or I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna be submissive to a man and handle his business. That's what they gonna say. So what is your?
But it's ways to do it, and I'm not just about to sit up here and beat up my queen.
No, I ain't saying like that.
But I'm also gonna also tell the men to start being men, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, that sucker shit should not be rewarded.
And what sucker shit? So
I think that was a specific term. I'm not going to use any other term for a woman. And saying that they're not a real woman. Those, I don't know what his insinuation is towards bad bitches. We can talk about what ours are, but he was basically saying that these women don't know how to cook. They don't know when to be quiet. They don't know when to let a man lead. Whatever. These were, I think, pretty much the core statements of what he said in this interview with Gillie the Kid. You can call me out on that one. No, I'm gonna drop a name in there just to say this
young boy Gillie.
Yeah, I guess I don't know who that is, but Gillie the Kid asking him all these questions, and he out here letting everybody know. Letting everybody know what kind of woman a man needs, and I don't know. Well, and I guess the other thing is that he's supposed to be a little bit under fire about this. I haven't really, did y'all? Did this come up like, whoa, Cam Newton said some terrible things about women? No,
not when I saw what he said. It wasn't my initial response. Wasn't oh no, he said something crazy. But I did think that a certain spectrum on Twitter or on the internet is going to come for him for it.
I definitely thought that.
And you got to keep in mind this is a man's perspective of a woman. If a woman was saying that to you, maybe you might get a little more heated behind that. But this is from his perspective of what he thinks a woman should be. So I take that into mind. So from his perspective, he wants somebody that's going to be a support to him. He's in his mind, he's already providing for you the house, the cars, all the shit that I'm out here working for. I need you to be a safe haven when I get here. So if you keep that in mind, you should be able to see what he's talking about. No?
Yes, I agree 100%. And I think the context of that is his view of a woman as a partner, not as why he was saying the bad bitch thing is not them knowing how to be a woman or a real woman, because the example we had of what a woman comes from his grandparents and how his grandma catered to his grandpa and all this other shit. And that's just not the mentality of modern day women. It's really just not.
I don't think those are good, traits just to put on a woman either.
On a woman, period. but they're also not a negative thing. Like women,
it's caring, it's nurturing, right?
And the reaction, I'm not finna do nothing for no grown ass man that he can do for himself. It's that mentality I think that we as men are having a hard time just accepting. Because the flip side is you still want us to be those niggas that'll do for your grown ass. That can do something
for a grown ass woman that she can do for herself. Yeah, they don't. We never hear that phrase or the other way around. I'm not gonna do nothing for a grown ass woman she could do for herself.
I gotta go work and provide for us. You can get a job and go work and provide.
Bitch, you know how to walk 3 miles.
She can go to the Jiffy Lube.
Right, exactly. And then you want to be mad at this man for his view or perspective or idea of what a woman is, but you women are all over the place with what y'all even think womanhood is or being a woman is. Y'all get mad at each other. If a woman want to be a stay-at-home mom and cater to her nigga, other women will come at her like, you a woman, you don't need to boo. Y'all will do that to each other. So this is a no-win situation for Cam having his own opinion of what a woman is in that situation, period.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, and he's paying. That can't be like his only requirements. Like what she can do for him. Like there's no independent. He didn't list no independent qualities there that she could have that makes him attracted to her or want him to pursue a relationship, like hardworking or thoughtful or like any of these kind of things that you might deem qualities you want in a person to spend your life with. So I think it was a little shallow on his end too, like just looking for those. He's kind of looking for a certain thing himself, right? You looking for your grandma. Like these bitches ain't your grandma, my nigga. Like,
but also he's on a podcast or an interview, so he's not putting as much thought into it as like a dissertation. This is just kind of examples of off the cuff type of situation. But again, to me, it's like the square thing. Why are those qualities and traits looked at as such a negative fucking thing? What is so wrong with having a woman that knows how to cook? Not saying that that's your only job, but at least know how. I think every adult should know how to cook.
There you go. Say that.
I was going to say, it's important to have a spouse that knows how to cook. That's probably
right. You want to know
that's a big plus.
Like you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing in the kitchen.
Both y'all know how to cook. You guys have y'all done took care of a lot of shit. Like from there.
Can you boil the water? Give me the instructions. Bitch, what?
You can't scramble some eggs. You got to work some shit out.
Write it down for me. What about you, man? What you think?
I mean, Cam Newton with his statements, or what he said. I mean, I knew he was going to get backlash of it, about it because he used bitches and, they ain't women and this and that shit. But a lot of, the person dude said that they took out of context. They listened to the whole interview. So if you listen to the whole interview, that definitely was not where he's coming from.
Right.
But the bad bitches thing, like, man, you can be a bad bitch and cater to your man and know how to cook and know when to at times be quiet or whatever it is. So I mean, I'm sure they're definitely out there.
Yeah, most of these women think they're mutually exclusive, though. Like, you can't be both.
Yeah, I think those are the ones that he's categorizing as. Back to the bad bitch, boss bitch, mission bitch conversation.
Right, yeah.
I think it's not just bitches that he think looks good. That's a bad bitch. He talking about girls that call themselves bad. Like, they take that whole, I'm a bad bitch, boss ass bitch, get fucked by that bitch. That bitch is who he's talking about. And that's probably who we deal with a lot at these nightclubs and the kind of lifestyle he's trying to live. Being out like that, that's who he's running into.
You make money, you're a multi-millionaire, bro. All nothing but bad bitches gonna come towards your way.
Mm-hmm. So he probably know what he's talking about.
I mean, it's enough of them that perpetuate the stereotype for it to not be him talking out the side of his neck. I mean, some of you women get on there and say some of the most outrageous shit about what it is to be a woman and independent and don't need a nigga for shit and don't do this for a nigga, don't do that for a nigga. But how are you gonna make that partnership work if both y'all in a relationship and ain't nobody doing nothing for each other? What the fuck?
Right.
I didn't bring you no food. I'm doing me.
Right.
You should have got your own food.
Right.
Well, bitch, if I don't get my own food, you gonna be like, you ain't think about me.
Right.
That's not. That's fucking ridiculous. Why would anybody want to do that? Why would you want to be? And if that's the case, stay single and own it. So say, hey, I'm single, I'm living my life, this is what I am, this is what I'm looking for, but don't carry yourself like this and then talk about the type of nigga that is not around or the type of nigga you can't get or men ain't shit because men don't want to do this and don't do that if you carrying yourself as this Instagram bad bitch. What do you say? It's superficial, it's fake.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the ones that saw this online is fake. They can't even afford to
keep up with the lifestyle they perpetrate.
Exactly. A lot of them bitches need a nigga to fly them out because they can't afford their own plane ticket.
But they taking the pictures of that first class plane ride when they get picked up by the limo. They taking all the pictures of that. But the other dude that's about to piss and shit on them is the one that paid for it.
Come on.
They put it on the front. They put it on the front for Instagram, for TikTok, for whatever's out there, so they get paid the money, the likes, the views. That's what they doing it for. They worry about what everyone else thinks, other than what your nigga, the one that you with, think. That should be the only one that matters, right?
That part.
To the bad ones, they want everybody to see what they got, what they doing, who they with. And that's how that's how they make their bread too. For the most part,
it's an industry now. It's become an industry. OnlyFans and influencer and all that stuff. It's an industry.
Hey, did y'all see that? Maybe it was a couple years ago. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But there's a group of women. There's a group of women, bad bitches, that they went to like the All-Star Weekend or something in the U-Haul because they couldn't.
Yep.
That's how they had to go out there, and then a couple of them got stranded out there, and was asking people for money to help them get back home from there to go out there and do what? To flex? That's not a flex.
And hope to get shows.
Exactly. Hope to bag a nigga.
Hoping to bag.
And hoping to get chose. They're hoping to get seen by one of these players. Hoping to get on one of their parties, one of their little, VIPs.
Trying to grab a Cam Newton, you know what I'm saying?
Sneak away with a celebrity condom.
Sneak away with somebody, exactly.
Don't go eat no spicy food.
What they're doing is
No Tapatio? No. Okay.
No, go ahead, Maury. Go ahead.
That's them interviewing for a job. Them looking good, them doing this, them doing that, going here. They definitely interviewing for a job. Hopefully they get chosen to pick up by.
Boy.
Interviewing for a role at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. But for real though, I don't think those things have to be exclusive. Like you said, Maury, I think you can do both if you want to. If you want a nigga that's gonna be there and support you and provide for you and all this stuff, and still allow you to be who you want to be and be that bad bitch and all of this stuff, the least you can motherfucking do is make the nigga a sandwich. It's not your job. It's not your responsibility. That's not all you good for. Out the kindness of your motherfucking heart, because it's your nigga and you want to do something nice for them. And vice versa.
What they need to do is listen to Carry to You by Beyonce and them. That's what they need to do.
Bro, them bitches tried to cancel that shit.
Yeah, they don't like that song.
They tried to cancel it.
They don't like that song.
I'll just play that motherfucker in my car real quick too.
Hey, when some of the lyrics say, "Baby, I see you working hard. Want to let you know I'm proud. Let you know I admire what you do." So it's
Positive
not like they're catering to
a bum ass
niggas. And these bitches still wanted to cancel the song. Oh, washing his feet and shower and t-shirt. What? Are you serious? Are you stupid?
Right.
As we final thought, we need to final thought it.
I think when you act like that, you deserve the niggas that put y'all through the bullshit that y'all be complaining about.
Like Summer was saying, I would say it's work, man. Both sides. You can't expect your dude to go out here and do everything, right? Like, if all you got is I look good and I deserve to be taken care of, there's some energy that's gonna come with that. And that sometimes, and most times, it's going with getting sick of your ass and moving on. If you ain't willing to put the work in, most people need to get to a space where people ain't willing to put the work in for you to be in your life and the effort, man, get gone. Flat out.
And that conversation we had last week, you have people that look good and lazy, or that's fat and go ahead and get her bread, get her cheese, do what you gotta do.
Fighting for family, looking out for you, making sure you straight, making sure the kids straight, make sure the house straight.
Yeah.
Them looks gonna fade, man.
B, what you want in the comments?
Well, what would you pick? Fat lazy bitch? Wait, no. Wait on one. Would you pick the skinny lazy bitch or the fat hard working bitch? Let us know in the comments below. No, that was last week's. I don't know. Just drop a comment down below. Too drunk to continue.
Talk about something.
Talk about something. Say something else.
All right, well, let's get out of there. Then.
It is.
So I'm gonna bring up this interesting story that's particularly interesting because we've had a conversation about this a couple episodes ago. A couple. All right, but the headline says 2 inmates at New Jersey's only women's prison are pregnant after reportedly having sex with a transgender inmate. Now, I was under the impression that you went what was between your legs was. That's what I was under
But
the impression.
as Tanisha pointed out, and Maury lost too.
And Maury took a shot for it. There's a new policy that has passed that says you can go be placed wherever you identify as.
That's so loose.
So loose. So let me just read this.
2 females got pregnant.
Let me read it. We're gonna get into it. 2 women
people who can get pregnant got pregnant.
who have not been identified publicly became pregnant at the Edna Mahan Correctional Facility after engaging in consensual sexual relationships with another incarcerated person. The transgender inmate was allowed in the women's prison because of a new policy that allows prisoners to be housed according to their preferred gender identity. There are over 800 women in the jail, with 27 of them identifying as transgender. So any one of them could be the baby daddy mama. Right now,
Because you know they tossing them up.
right now, it is unclear if the women are impregnated by the same transgender inmate or two different ones. It is also unclear how far along these inmates are in their prospective pregnancies. There is an investigation to the matter in progress. I want to know y'all thoughts, because how slippery of a slope is that when...
Look like the slope done slipped, nigga.
They don't slope no more. It's like a fucking slide.
They free falling, man.
They free falling.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So you can identify as whatever you want, and then they have to jail you according to how you identify. And I only have more questions. Like, it's like the Leah Thomas thing. Do you have to identify as a transgender for a year before we honor that?
What's the criteria?
Can it be like 2 months ago I started identifying as a bitch, so lock me up in the women's prison and not the men's prison?
Hey, I'm saying,
because
if I'm a con man and I know I'm gonna get caught for the bullshit, hey,
come on,
I'm sliding with the hoes, man. I'm gonna at least get in here. I'm gonna run this back. Ain't nobody gonna whoop me.
And check this out. And they don't make you, according to the thing you read, they don't even make you go through the gender reassignment surgery. So you can be
because it said identify
as a woman and go to a women's prison with a full functional dick.
As long as you identify.
As long as you identify as a woman, and then that cuts out on all the fingering and licking that you would have to do if you was just in a regular lesbian relationship. So yeah, all the bitches gonna want you in prison. Cause you have a natural dick.
I got the strap. I got the strap.
I got to stay with me all time.
I got the strap.
So what I'm hearing from you, Sherman, is that dick is highly undervalued.
or it's in high demand, at least.
It's in high demand in the women's prison.
Me in the cell. You feel me?
I don't know. I just want to know what are y'all thoughts? I can't even gather mine around this.
It's ridiculous. 27 of. Go ahead, Maury, though.
I can't.
More, you gotta go.
Where you work in a prison?
Yeah, you gotta go, Maury.
Please.
No.
Please, because I'm broken right now.
I mean, well, we do have several inmates that identify as female.
Okay.
And they're housed as of, I'll go back to work tomorrow, so I'll see what's up tomorrow, but they are housed in the men's facility because they were born a man.
Okay.
Or a male.
A male.
So,
but they also probably popping in the jail.
Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. Hey, I got a story.
We about to get into more stories right now. Right now.
I'm like, oh my God. But since they passed that law, they passed it in California, right? That's what you.
Yeah.
So if I was locked up or whatever, and I see that this law that she can go to a female, man, my name, I feel like I'm asking to that. My name Ashley. Hey, guard. I'm gonna leave it on there. I'm gonna go there and
hey, I'm gonna be real complex with mine. Yeah, I identify as a woman, but I'm also a butch. So, so this how it is right here. You feel me? You don't gotta change your habits. Like this is how I'm swagging it. You know what I'm saying? but I'm a woman though. You know?
So I want to pose this question because when you look at it from the stories angle, where there's the women's prison and you have males that identify as women in there, and you're outnumbered by biological women, and the stakes are a little different. Now, with that same law, if you are a natural-born female who identifies as male, meaning you don't have a penis, you actually still have a vagina, and because you identify as a male, they lock you up in a male facility. Is the reception gonna be the same?
You a brave
because
soul.
now, and we know everybody seen Boondocks, nigga, and you know there's a big booty bandit policy in prison, and if they are taking dudes' booties, Imagine you go in there with a vagina, talking about you a male.
It's tough.
And you thinking, so how? Because to me that makes it so unsafe.
The whole psychology is proving your manhood, right? So that if you think you a man, you're gonna have to prove that.
Yeah, but how you gonna prove it when you can't bend the nigga over that's trying to buff you? They gonna run. I feel like the niggas in prison will probably run trains on a whole bunch of motherfuckers that identify as male that have vaginas.
But you never see it the opposite though, right? Like I feel like, do you have that?
Because the bitches know what men's prison is like. Even like trying to go.
Even like in the sports though, you never hear about the woman athlete that's now transitioning and playing with the men's sports because there's obvious differences there. Yes. Like the bitch can't compete here. Like you never hear it the other way because of obvious reasons. But. Yeah, I guess that's not neither here nor there.
No. It was here and there. It was here and there.
But I don't feel like you're gonna see any like women claiming to be men. They're not gonna stick to that gun so hard when they get locked up. You know what I mean? Like,
you think they're gonna sit? They're gonna flake?
It's the white black thing. Like I'll act like I'm black until it's time for me to be white again. Mm-hmm. Like they gonna act like they niggas until it's like you go in here with the niggas. Then it's like. But I got a vagina though. I menstruate every month. Like there's woman things I gotta do. Like a bitch, I bet there is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know one thing. They open up a can of worms that they shouldn't have opened.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, that's gonna cause so much more headache in the jail system, prison system, whatever.
Like delivering more babies in prison. Like what the fuck?
It's gonna cause so much more problems than resolving issues. But hey, man, that's
Timor, you gonna fuck around and have to deal with pregnant ass niggas in your prison now.
For me, I don't work on that floor. So thank the Lord, I work with them.
But they might be in gym pop if they identify as dudes. They might throw them in there with all the niggas.
Oh no, where I'm at, they ain't doing that.
They ain't that bold. I think they ain't that bold. I think psychologically,
man, that sounds brutal.
They ain't choosing to go in with the savages. If they can go in with the ladies and beat them, they gonna do that.
Okay, but then Chris, what that does is that creates a different realm of questions on how much emphasis should we put into this notion of identifying as a certain gender if you can turn it on and off when it's convenient for you or when it's not convenient for you. Because you putting policies in place and laws in place to back these things, but say Bruce Jenner decides to stop being Caitlyn now, he wants to go back, he's going to want all the benefits of being Bruce again, and we just have to go with it.
Right.
Like, so where is that line going to be drawn? It's just...
That's why I said they open up the can of worms.
How serious am I supposed to take you now as you a man and you want to be called he, him, and this, but then when it's time to get locked up, we all do a crime, we all finna go to jail, and now all of a sudden you can pull a female card. Like,
you back to Vanessa.
Like, so how do we take that then that serious? And then in the reverse, if you identifying as a woman, but you're okay going around getting other bitches pregnant, you cannot. How are you doing both? How are you being hermaphrodite at that point?
Right.
If you were a hermaphrodite,
I give you a little leeway if you was a hermaphrodite.
I feel like it's more
because you didn't have no control over that. But you have a control over what you identify as, and if you're using it, people say people are not going to identify as this for convenience.
I'll push back just a little bit right now and say that a lot of people will say that you don't have control over what you identify as. So,
until in the moment when you about to get cuffed and you saying you a man. It's more convenient for you to be a woman for these 7 years.
Here's the fine point, and here's the thing with the whole LGBTQ thing is when you start talking about what you identify as, what they don't understand, they have to understand it, right? But it's just they act like it's not a thing. But it's like anybody can decide to identify as whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
You can't just say that, man. Like we gotta have some concrete shit going on and some definitive terms. Don't leave it up to us to decide what the fuck you gonna be.
Cause you over here with us, my nigga. Like, for real.
For real. That is unreal.
That also opens up. You're gonna have to accommodate that lifestyle once you get there. So you have a woman that identifies as a man in a man prison now, but they're still menstruating. So now you're gonna have these guards getting them they fucking pads or tampons or whatever.
It complicates the system, like Maury was saying.
It definitely complicates the system. And then you gotta watch niggas or females with dicks to make sure they not impregnating all your inmates.
I tell you right now, bro. If I see you over here doing this flip flop game, you over here saying you this, next day you that.
Transfer.
I'm not putting up with shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna treat you as is, bro. I don't care if you do what you got, say what you got.
Put him in the box.
I ain't putting up with that. Today I'm this, today I'm that. Like, nah, nigga, fuck all that, bro. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that shit.
And it shouldn't be the worker's job to cater to that kind of ego. Like, nigga, you here
You
because you
shouldn't
fucked
be
up.
making them decisions.
Right.
No, for
Like,
sure.
like-
It should have already been decided by the time it got to you.
Right.
For sure.
It's just wild to me, man. Like you said, more.
That's your final thought.
So many more stories like this now. Since they passed this little dumbass law, there's gonna be so many more females getting offended by these transgender, you know what I mean, females or whatever. So hey, man, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, whatever.
And I got a feeling it's only going to be that way. It's only going to be the man transitioning to the woman that these stories is going to pop up at.
For the most part, I would guess.
Now, that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But in the comments.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments, man. Do y'all think, hey, this is how it should be? You know, hey, if that identifies that, lock them up. Is that, hey, if that's the case, boom, boom, boom. But just let us know in the comments, man. This is out of hand. Y'all think it's going to open up a bigger can of worms? I think it is.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, let's get it.
I stumbled across a video on World Star this past week on older female. She was talking. She was in the kitchen. She was in the kitchen. I don't know if she was making a drink or what she was doing, but she was in the kitchen. And 3 like major points if you want to be in a successful relationship with a man.
Or whenever you meet a guy, the first thing that you want to make sure that's in check: finances, career, accomplishments. Very, very important. If you want to have a healthy relationship, it is very important that those 3 things are in check when you meet a guy. Because one thing, a man is a very unhappy man if his money is not right, if his career goals are not right, and if his accomplishments are not right. Remember, a man's ego is about what he has accomplished in life, how much money he has in the bank. So if he does not have those 3 items in check, I can almost assure you, you're going to get a very unhappy man, which is going to take all of his frustrations and emotions out on you, which is going to cause you to be very, very miserable. So with that being said, when you meet a guy, make sure finances, career, accomplishments are in check, because then you have a stable man. Because if you don't have those things in check, it's a wrap. You got a man, a miserable man. Okay? Remember that.
Or if you're a female trying to look for a dude or a man or whatever, the 3 things that you need to look for. She said if he's one, financial stability. He got finances right, he deal with that, money, bank, whatever. His career, if he got his career going, you doing his dream job or his job that he's making his good money in, and his accomplishments, you know, what he accomplished in his life, or like, I don't know, buying a house or investing in something or moving up in his company or whatever. But that's the 3 things that she said that females need to look for a man to have a successful relationship. And I mean, it makes sense to me. It makes sense. I want to know what the fellas on the panel think about her 3 statements that she said on how to find a good man and have a successful relationship.
What was those 2 things again?
Super smooth, Sherman. Super smooth.
The 3 things? The 3 things? Oh, yeah, 2 things.
What was the 3 things she said?
Accomplishment and career.
Oh, a what?
Career.
No, what was the middle one?
Accomplishments.
Financial stability. Accomplishments.
Oh, okay.
What did you think he said?
She said compliments at first.
He mispronounced, but I wasn't gonna say
gotta
nothing.
call me pretty
He was trying
4
to
times
get
a
you.
week.
He was trying to get you. I knew what you were saying.
But I feel what she's saying. Like for a man, I mean, for me, I definitely at least need to have a job or something. At least have some kind of financial stability or whatever. So, you know, say if I want to get married, financial definitely got to be in there. And your career. The accomplishments and whatever. But career and financial stability, for me, if I want to get married, take that the next step, because I gotta provide for another person, bro. I gotta provide for this female I love or whatever I'm trying to build something with. Like, I gotta make sure that she's right. I gotta make sure to let her know, or that her family, that I got her. She ain't gonna be worrying for nothing. It's gonna be she in a good situation when she fucking with me. So I can definitely see where she was definitely coming from on finding a man that's not gonna have no issues. I mean, at least in the first part of the marriage or the relationship. So that's just me. I think for, as far as men, definitely financial and career going to make that next step or find someone that or settle down with somebody that you think is worth settling down with.
And that's going off of what your idea or definition of manhood or being a man is as far as in a relationship. Because we know that there are niggas out there that exist that don't give a damn about none of that. Hey, my bitch make all the bread. She got all of this. She give me allowance, and they cool with that shit.
That's sad.
They cool with that shit.
And there's ones that don't even put that much stipulation on it. They just more. I would think more romantic, right? I love this woman, and I want to spend the rest of my life with her, regardless of what plans out in the future. I know I wanted to be with this person, so I can get that side of it too. I thought it was just really refreshing to hear her give that side and be it from a woman. Like I think that came from an experience standpoint. Like she
knew what she was talking about.
With many, well, I won't say many men, but at least a couple good dudes and a couple bad dudes, and notice the differences between the two. Because I think when we were proposing the topics, I said like that's stuff that I thought about. Like in my own life, I think we all kind of agree. Like those are stuff men sit around and think about. So it was really astute of her to point that out.
It's not the only part about us, but it is what she pointed out. That's a big part that makes us tick.
Yeah. Right. And there's other stuff like you say mixed in with
earning your keep and like doing all that like that. It's a big thing. It's a big psychological thing. So yeah, she's right about that. I think we're a little bit more nuanced in that. But those are big parts of a man. Not only because of what we expect from ourselves, but because of what we're raised to know
that
other people expect from us. Like so much of my pressures come from what other people expect from me.
Yeah, if it was just me, we'd be chilling out here. You know what I mean?
Like I'd figure it out. I'd probably be under this pressure. But
when you get these other constraints put on, you gotta perform.
I know for a fact that she's not lying from her standpoint, because especially if you think of being a man as someone who's has some stability, some foundation, accomplishments, goals, financial stability, all of that stuff, bro, people have been trying to marry me off since I was 18. And I purposely, from 18 years old, I said I would not get married to another person without being at least financially comfortable with I don't have to be successful, I don't have to be rich, but I at least need to be comfortable taking care of myself. Because if I can't take care of myself, whoever I get involved with will have to go on a struggle journey with me.
Or take care of me.
Or have to take care of me. And I went through that with my parents. My parents were young when they got married. They started having kids right out the back, and they struggled to get comfortable my whole childhood getting up. And I knew as a kid, I didn't want to have that same journey with whoever I wanted to settle with. And it has lost me some relationships. I have been broken up with because I wasn't ready to marry when the woman wanted to marry me.
The romantic side.
The romantic side of it. Even though we were into each other, I knew that to me, this is not... I would not be comfortable giving my all into that relationship or into like a marriage if I'm still worried about...
You couldn't give your all. You could give it a piece.
I couldn't.
Because all you got is a piece. You're giving all you have, which is different than your all.
Now I'm not only like out here doing this thing, taking care of my mom, so I'm in between careers, in between jobs. I can't imagine being comfortable or the person I'm with not catching a backlash or me lashing out at them because of this shit that's going on.
But I think that was her bigger point.
That's why I said she wasn't lying. Because I'm living proof.
Psychology behind it. It's not that you don't want a man that don't got these things, but where is your dude's man mindset about these things? It's like, how is he handling? If he ain't got no money, is he applying to other jobs? Is he entrepreneur? Is he setting moves in motion? What is he doing to secure the bag? If he doesn't have any career accomplishment, or what did she say, career aspirations or something like that, she said. Like if a career isn't going anywhere, what is he doing about it? Is he getting into the shit? What are you doing about it? Where's the mindset? And if your dude's mindset is just woe is me, or he's getting beat down, or don't even care to fuck with any of that shit, some of that will be pushed back onto her.
Yes.
I think that's just the reality of the situation. And I think that's, I thought she was wise, for her.
Well, because think about it. If that's your drive, if that's your ambition, and you're not reaching them goals, you're going to be frustrated. And the thing about humans is the people closest to us usually catch the worst of
proximity,
our outlashes, our backlash, whatever. It's usually the people that's closest to us. So if you have a dude and you get mad because now he's coming home but he's upset, so he don't want to sit around and talk about his day, or he's not ready to get frisky and have sex with you all or whatever because he's frustrated that he's still
don't know how to go pay the next kind of bill or whatever.
Trying to pay the next bill. So you can be in a position of understanding as a woman to I'm gonna support him or I'm gonna understand, but what she was showing me is that she has either had experience with that shit or she at least understands that part of the nuance to say, hey, if you're going into the situation and this is how it is, you can expect this. Now, if you accept that, then you carry yourself like this. So if your man is mad, you can't sit here and be like, you don't ever want to do nothing because you can understand now why his mind is not focused on that.
Everybody got baggage. So if her baggage might be a baby daddy or whatever it is. So are you willing to accept the other's baggage? And so that's what it boiled down to me. I don't know. Brian, you got anything?
No, I have nothing.
Nothing. What you talking about?
I have absolutely nothing, man.
It was refreshing though to see her come from a woman perspective to even give credence to that part of a journey of a man or a provider or something. She's speaking as a man as a provider.
Those things independently or even together don't make a man. Those are the things that I think weighs on a man's mind heavy, right? Like you want to. No man don't want his bank account, right? No man don't want to be nowhere in his career. No man don't want to accomplish nothing. Like niggas want to, even if it's.
People are fine with it.
Oh, you know. That's what I'm saying. You got some niggas that don't care. And that would
about nothing. I find that hard,
bro. I know some of these niggas, and the fucked up thing is, they usually get successful bitches. They usually get women that are well off and take care of their shit and make some money, and then they just spoil these niggas who have no drive to do.
They at least want to be a rapper or something. They got something they trying to strive for.
Bruh, I see it because my sister had dated these type of bummy niggas. Why too? It's like how do you sit up here and let this grown man do you like this and he ain't got nothing going. Nothing going. It baffles to me. It just baffles my whole mind, bro.
Yep.
How you with a nigga that don't have no drive, no kind of that's just what it is.
They good at the romantic, man. They know they got a mouthpiece. They whispering the sweet nothings. You know what I'm saying?
And I told my sister one time, I said, man, I need to, where they make you at? I need to find something in because you over here, how the hell is that? How you with somebody that's this thing?
They make them from your parents.
And we getting incestual.
Damn. Where do you make your man? I need to go to that grocery store real quick.
Cuz, oh God, bro.
I don't understand the train of thought, bro. I just don't understand it. I don't get it, bro. And maybe that's how I was raised. Like, man, you gotta. I mean, you got some kind of self-worth about yourself, right? You don't want no female to just take care of the bill, like driving around. Like, I felt weird driving in the passenger seat of a female's car, bro. I just felt weird about it. I think I should be doing driving. That's just me. I should be over there mobbing with her, whatever, and she over there kicking back. I felt weird. I said, man, this is weird, bro. Straight up.
That's one of them man hang-ups though, though.
But I kind of feel you on that too, cuz, but not as extreme. Like, I'm cool with my girl driving and I'm riding and stuff, but what I don't feel comfortable with is like using her car, dropping her off at work. You know how Jody was on Baby Boy, drop you off at work and go there and drive around in your car. I'm not comfortable with that. If I don't have my own car and I'm using you for yours instead of trying to get my own, I'm not comfortable with that. That just does not. That make me feel like a bum. It make me feel like I ain't shit. Because nigga, I got at least gonna get a $600 bucket or something and ride around in a hoopty before I gotta borrow your car and drop you off and pick you up at work and shit just to ride around and floss nigga like I got it. No, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to final thought this.
Boy, what you want in the comments, man?
Man, is the 3 things that she stated are facts for the men, or how you feel about a successful relationship? Do those 3 things weigh in? Let us know in the comments, man.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's get out of there, dude.
All right, y'all. Been another episode of You Alive.
You were alive.
Which we had none of.
We had no you. No. We had no you alive.
No, we didn't. Oh, man.
No.
Dang,
It's
y'all,
been so
sorry.
long. It's been so long.
Dang.
We made it a rule for a reason.
I can't believe niggas in rare form today.
Right.
It was a good conversation, but
But we need them you alive.
yeah. Damn. You know what? We'll bring them next time. Good
Yeah,
God.
we had a format. The format will help.
Yeah, I think we was really personally connected to these.
I'm sorry. We got something for y'all, man. We've been making plans, man. These
We always
lives-
evolving, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these lives about to get popping. But for now, I guess I'll just take this. I don't want to. Yeah, if
More, you poured up?
Yeah.
All right, you can continue. Sorry.
my
That just
bad.
had to be addressed.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm doing the whole thing, right?
No. Just keep going.
Okay.
We talked about-
we talked about transgender, impregnating females over there in New Jersey. He talked about Cam Newton and his, I guess,
his preference for quiet women who can cook.
Yeah. And we talked about my three statements that my
You would love Martha Stewart.
The finances, the career goals, and the cosmetics. We talked about this. Those are 3 topics we talked about. This You Alive episode.
Which we had none of.
None of. And as a result,
We got a shot right here, y'all. We definitely didn't have no You Alive.
There was no polio.
we took pride in making sure we get you alive in there. It's been a while since this has happened.
Right.
Yeah, it's
But
been-
it happened.
yeah.
So here we go.
We
Continuity.
did too.
Continuity.
The Foyo Poyo?
No polio. No polio.
No point.
And local.
Yeah, Eddie.
God damn, rock.
Shit.
What's up with the name-based alcohol we've been drinking lately?
Oh no.
Eddie and Teddy and Jerry. Eddie and Jerry.
Listen, man.
But you can catch me on
There it is.
my social media. My IG, J_WillR6. Snapchat, Josh_Will15. Prime, man, we can get you.
You can troll me at BDana24 on Twitter. You can also catch me on Twitch as Mind of Cal or Your Game Name is Lame, aka
I'm a slimer.
and occasionally Slight Work on Snapchat.
Slight word. That's light word.
Hey, Chris, man, we find that, Chris.
You can find me on Instagram, C-Boy Designs, your graphic needs, flyers, logos, web design, t-shirts, all that kind of good stuff. Holla at me in the DMs, C-Boy Designs, Instagram.
Good, man. He designed our shit.
That boy
man.
good.
That boy good.
Sir, these, where you catch you at, bro?
At Sir D's on all my shit. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all of that, and more. So whenever you want to holla at your boy, just get on social media and type in Sir D's.
Search it.
Somewhere.
If he
Cash
got
App,
one, 30, probably. Yep.
Cash App, Sir D's. If you want to privately sponsor me, I'm down.
He just had a birthday. Happy birthday. Holla at him in the Cash App.
You feel me? So
Holla at him in the
show me
Cash
some
App.
love. I'll put my Cash App down in the comments below.
You can guess it. It's probably Sir D's, but go ahead.
But yeah, for surely.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
That's where we
Happy
at.
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to me.
To you.
And my boys been celebrating with me all week, and I appreciate it. Y'all keep, hey, check out our social media for some of our highlights because we did karaoke, we'd have been to Vegas and whatnot. We done turned up, so check us out, man.
It was a good week. I say that. It was a good week.
Yeah. Definitely.
But you can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, Buzzsprout. We on there. And we just got a TikTok, so we definitely.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Do something with that.
Yeah, I'm sure something will pop up real quick.
Yeah, man. That's
And we gonna do that Hey Baby dance as a group. Hey Baby.
Oh,
He wanted to do the
That little
dances.
sliding one.
He wanted to do the dances.
Come on, man, we
Yeah,
gonna do it.
yeah, we do
Anyway.
that. We'll do something for sure, man. We appreciate everyone that liking, watching, subscribing, man. You can definitely catch us on our 805nt.com.
Yes. Merch check.
Get the merch check.
Merch check. I got me something on, you know what I'm saying?
I got blood. You got
I can't, is it just me
We don't
today?
have to start
Is
penalizing.
it just me today? Is the merch check just me today? I'm hot too. I'm
We
suffering.
don't have to start penalizing merch checks.
I'm sweating. You know what I'm saying? I come represent it. You know, I got me a few
We don't have to
shirts.
start penalizing merch checks. That'll probably come next.
Chris came ready to suffer the pain. I wasn't gonna put on no words today.
Say that again.
I said we should be merged up every Friday. Every time we do a show, we should be having on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You know what I mean? But you can catch us in Jamaica, November.
Jamaica, man.
We're doing that, November, Jamaica. So we definitely gonna that day. You know, we'll get some footage for y'all. We got some Vegas footage for y'all. We got some Cancun footage. We got a whole lot of footage.
We got the footy, man, for sure.
So we appreciate everyone been liking, watching, downloading. Keep it up. We're gonna keep it up. We'll keep giving that hot fire show every week that we do.
That we do. That's for sure.
Another episode of You Alive.
You alive.
Get out.
We out.